What's up? Basically. Boom, bigger. What's up, guys? Oh man. Whoa, why is that going down all the way? That's crazy. I didn't tell it to do that. Whatever. It's fine. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, so I got these buttons set up all weird. Sorry about all this. I'm having a night. Let me take these off so I can actually talk and not have an issue with all of this. Oh my goodness. Anyways, everybody, what's going on? Sorry it's been so long since I've been on here. I'm just still all fucked up from my friend passing, and I'm just not myself, and I don't know why I thought by now I'd be fine or whatever, but you know, I'm not. Still out of whack, still out of sync, still getting by day to day, day by day. So growing Blue Dream Jack Harrer. About 3 days ago, I lollipopped everything. I'm not sure what I said in my last video, but I am in the smallest apartment known to mankind. So tiny, so tiny. So doing a grow with these small tiny tents in this apartment has been very challenging and exciting and frustrating. All sorts of fun stuff. It's been an adventure to say the least, but I have more recently come into having crazy humidity issues that my tiny spider farmer dehumidifier could not keep up with. So I had to get the Hydrone 7 from AC Infinity, which is pretty cool. And it pretty much did the trick. I'm actually running both just to be safe, and we're not even like budding yet super hard. But the crazy thing is both of these plants are eating so much so fast, they started perspiring, and there was droplets on these leaf tops, and it's not good. You don't want that. You don't want mold. You don't want stuff like that. So I decided to just lollipop things a little early and take things down to the bare minimum and get some good movement in there and just kind of go from there. Things have been all right. Today I ran into one of my first issues with the auto pots. I didn't think it was ever going to be an issue, but it was. So I have oxygen that goes to these root systems. Now, for whatever reason, the air doesn't even seem to be getting through to the Blue Dream, which is whatever. It still has the air base down there, so it still has room for oxygen. But it's not proactively getting bubbles in there and, you know, aerating the roots. I don't know why, but real quickly that Blue Dream, those roots covered up all that air dome stuff. So this one, however, when I opened it to do this live segment, I realized that there was a puddle, a giant puddle of water in the entire floor of the tent. Luckily, I saw it when I did, and I was able to get to it. And I did turn the air pump down a lot. It's still, even on low, you see that air rising, that water rising. So I'm gonna have to figure that out and take a little more precaution when I start the next grow, just because. So at first I was very unimpressed with the Jack Harrer. It was, well, no, it's bounced back and forth. When it started as a straight plant, before I topped it and spread this baby, it was growing pretty quick. It grew up very, very tall, very fast. And I chopped it, spread it, and it seemed to have really, really, really slowed everything down a lot. And then you got the Blue Dream over here, which is, my first grow was Naranja Nightmare. That was a cross of Blue Dream and Jack Harrer. This time it's just the Blue Dream, but this thing is stretching a lot, just like the Naranja Nightmare. So I'm pretty sure those beans that I got from Legacy Seed Co. or whatever were legit. So that's pretty cool, because I got a couple other strains from them too that I was kind of worried about, especially seeing how they just kind of vanished and disappeared out of nowhere. So that's pretty cool. But without the oxygen, these things are growing real well. So I had to put some trellises in there yesterday, and I put a second one in the Blue Dream today because I wanted to bend them down a little more, give some more bud area some light. But today was the first day when I got home after work that I opened my door and it just smelled like a hardcore dispensary in here. I should probably turn my fans up a little more so it pulls the air up and out of my apartment. But the funnier part was when I got home and I got to my front door, I could smell weed. Now, it wasn't coming from my front door, it was coming from behind my house where all this air is venting out, but the wind is blowing, you know, towards the front of my house, and I'm just getting all these whiffs. So before I even enter my house, I walk around behind the house, I smell the vent, and these things are already smelling so hardcore already. And like I said, we're about at the end of week 3. I started the 1st of this month, so weird timing. I didn't plan it that way. That's just kind of what happened and how it went. Oh, I'm about due for my medicine. So these, wait, where's the camera? These are some dabs from the Naranja Nightmare. I had about 10 G's, I believe, when this started, and we're getting close to the end. But it's nice and see-through, and you know, it's a little darker. But this was all like the shake and the trim and the bullshit kind of stuff. That, you know, you don't want to get rid of the people. Kind of, it's like, what else do I do with this? Put it in butter, make some edible stuff like that. That's what you do with that stuff. But cheers. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I keep looking back because I still haven't turned off the water pumps. It's on a timer. And I keep forgetting to do that. But I need my phone to do it. Currently, it's being used for a camera. That I'm about to pull out and go over some shit. Now, let me tell you something. It looks like the Jack hair is starting to start growing again, and we got some action with it. It looks like it's kind of like got his 13th wind or something. Because once I put the trellis on these things, I was able to kind of spread them and weave them into the trellis and kind of open it up a little bit. So while I had this tight knit, like the Jack hair, the nodes are so close, and they were literally like, as soon as a new branch would start sprouting out, it would be so thick that by the time it was long enough to bend, I couldn't, because it was even thicker. So it's like, this thing is growing strong and very hardy. But since I topped everything and lollipopped it, it's been about 3 days, I think. But I'm actually starting to see some growth, and you can see the, you know, let me just show you. We're gonna take you on a trip. Woo. So let me get this other camera going here. All right, guys, welcome to the Jack Hayward tent. So as you can see, all these guys are reaching up. They're for the sun gods, but they're looking pretty good. So you can see You know, I didn't get everything, but I did an all right job. So, you know, I still got a pretty good chunk of tent over here that I was hoping maybe that guy might do something with. Probably not. And, you know, I got a good amount of chunk over here on this tent. So not as wide as I wanted, but it was just going way too slow for me to keep up with the Blue Dream, because both of these are being fed by this one reservoir. It splits off into a T, and they're both getting it. And so they both have to be kind of on the same 8 to 9 weeks flowering cycle, so to speak, for my setup to kind of work out. Come on, focus. Don't be a piece of shit. Don't be a piece of shit. Well, I don't know if it's focusing or not. Here we go. I mean, it's already got some trichomes. It's already got some big looking trichomes. Where's that big one at? Not bad. Not bad. Can I zoom out anymore? I guess I cannot. All right, so this is the Jack Hare. But there's definitely a lot of growth, so it's already going strong again. Really excited about this. Now, remember what this looks like. Okay, they were both pretty much at about the same spot when I started them. Okay, so we got the Jack Hare. Doesn't look very impressive from right here, does it? The answer is no, it does not. I'll answer it for you. Hopefully it gets better. But honestly though, like real quick, look at those nodes. They're so close together on that main stem in the center of the screen. You got one right there in the center, one right above it now, one right above it, one right above it, one right above it. So hopefully those will be some crazy dense ass nugs. And hopefully I'll get just a little growth spurt again. Okay, now to my favorite. The fucking Blue Dream. Like this thing is already past like the halfway point in my tent. That's what this bar is, basically. The halfway point. And you can see I have 2 trellises up because this thing is just getting out of control. But you can see I lollipopped it pretty good. I left some little guys down there, but I did that because I got my side lights up. Now these were on the poles because they're magnetic, but they also come with this little magnetic backing thing, so I can have that on the outside of the tent. But so yeah, I got these coming in from the side, on both sides. That's why the screen might look a little weird, like all the lines going through the screen. I'm sure you can see it. I can't see my computer right now. But this Blue Dream, man. This Blue Dream is going hard. They definitely got a lot of trichomes already. So I don't know if you noticed some of the tips on some of these, especially the Jack Hare, were kind of yellowing. That was due to my humidity issue, which is now fixed, but still, it was an issue and it kind of sucked. Thought with auto pots I really didn't have to worry too much about stuff, but there are still things you got to do. So this one I'm kind of worried about. This one is pretty thick and solid, but I've already bent it a couple times and I was really worried it might snap. I'm still kind of worried, but we'll see what it has in store. This was the very biggest branch. I was trying to pull it down to even it with this one, and actually that is now below that one. So that might take over his head. We'll see. But yeah, I'm real excited about this Blue Dream. Real excited about this Blue Dream. And this thing already looks like it has so much more. Like, I tend to sometimes go a little harder than I should with the lollipopping and cutting stuff off on the top. It's very open right now. You can see that. I didn't leave too much to work with here. I think like that's the only one I didn't really cut a lot of the top leaves off. But I wanted like to be able to penetrate down here too to get some of these ones in the center. And I'm hoping this changes colors. Most, you know, a lot of these phenotypes you have to manipulate the temperature to get them to change colors. I don't really want to have to do that. I could technically run the AC into these things at night I really don't want to. That's just a lot of work. If it changes, cool. If not, that sucks. When I get a house and can really set things up, like, I mean, like, really set them up, you better believe it, I'll do it. But until then, it's like, I can't really do it here. It's unfortunate, but I can't. So maybe on this one, you'll be able to see the tips. It doesn't really translate on the video. That's weird. Can't really see them. Well, there's a lot of yellowing on some of these tips in here. It's a bag of dicks. That's all I'm getting at. Man, that really sucks. There's a big ass pool of water in here. Like, you can see all the paper towels. I had to clean it all off. But it should be under control. However, it's like I can't really get underneath that fully because this is all tangled up. But I don't know. But it does look like it's starting to chunk up as far as like the top buds on these things. Like there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. They're starting to, like, yeah, they're starting. Week 3, end of week 3. So tomorrow I'm gonna change the nutrients, and they get a bit of a boost. So hopefully by tomorrow these will be healed so much, because it's been days now, about 4 or 5 days as of tomorrow, that I cut everything. So when it gets these new nutrients tomorrow, these things should blow up by the next day I look at them. So we'll see. Stay tuned. So oh, that's my face. That's my face. Oh, there I am. It's such a good camera, man. It's such a good camera. Anyways, let's get back to my other camera. So let me just get my phone out the way. Get it out the way. Get it out the way. So there's this strain my buddy got. My best friend got from one of the Ohio dispensaries. It was called Cap J. I believe it's really called like Cap Junkie. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so it's new, and usually the only way you can get this is by getting a clone of it. However, you can produce seeds on a plant if you want to. So if you get a hold of a clone, and then, you know, you can make things happen and make it seed out, which is what this dude did. What? Let me. It's on my phone. Let me see here for a second if I can pull up. It might slow down my stuff for a second here. Facebook. So there's this guy in Michigan, and he's like a vet, I believe. Don't quote me on all this stuff because I got a really bad memory. But him and his brother have been growing weed seemingly for a while, because I did look this guy up, and he's legit. So you know, after looking at a bunch of people's posts, their grows that they have with some of these things, I gave in, and I just bought some Cap J today, and I saw that his brother was growing this Afghan Kush, a black phenotype, and he sold most of the seeds because this dude's like in Michigan, whatever. However, he's still like the good seeds. He's like, we still got some that look like shit. However, they still sprout. So he's like, I'll get some of those for you when I go. KDBbeans.com, I think, is their website. But cool dude, got a lot of information on there. But that's I just stumbled upon him in one of my Facebook things somehow. And really cool dude, gets back to you as soon as you reach out to him. Has a lot of different things going on there. He has some autos. Him and his brother did a lot of stuff. I guess his brother's the one that did the Cap J. which I'm really excited about because that's a pretty strong strain. And, you know, I don't know 3,000% that it's real or not. However, due to his reputation and how long he's been around, what everybody's saying about his stuff, it was worth $31 for a pack of seeds. I think it's like a 5, possibly 6-pack. I'm not sure. To be honest with you, I was just happy to get one. Like, I was actually willing to drive to Michigan to go get a clone of this strain and just find someone to just keep it alive for me. But the dude's name is Kirk D. Bottenhorn. Botten Horn. One word. Kirk. K-I-R-K. Really good dude. I don't know if he's got a farm. I don't know a lot about this guy. I just know he's a veteran. He's got a brother that messes with this stuff, and he's pretty reputable. So that was enough for me, because you know, some of the seeds I've gotten after I bought them, I looked into it, and I should have done it backwards. I should have looked into it, then bought the seeds. But you know, some of the things they said about some of these places I bought seeds from, like, well, they're not too reputable. And so far everything's been on point. I think I've grown from 2 Legacy Seed Co. The Blue Dream was Premium Seed Market, I believe, PSM. And the Jack Hare was the NASC, I believe. So 3 different companies I've tried so far. These definitely are both pretty legit. The Blue Dream, I don't know if you guys were able to see it or not in the video, but the leaves, like the outside rim, are like darker green, almost looking blue. So I'm hoping, you know, further flowering, something's gonna happen. The pictures of the buds looked outstanding. So I had a video that I put up that they took down for some reason. I was just showing pictures of it. It had prices on stuff, so I don't know if they thought I was trying to sell stuff or what, but I was just trying to explain what I had going on and where I got it from. But they took it down, so I'm gonna have to take my list and all my pictures and everything and make a whole new thing. But you need to see some of these pictures. It's pretty cool. And so now I got a theme of what I'm gonna kind of be doing now. So the next round of grow, because I have 2 tents, the next round is gonna be the powerful. Right now, this was a legit company I wanted to try. And then I wanted my favorite strain ever, which is Blue Dream. So that's what I'm doing right now. Legit company and favorite strain. Next is the super, super strong, super crazy, which is going to be Glitter Bomb and NBA Sour. Both of those look insane. So really excited to doing those. And then after that, we're going to go with purple. So we'll do Granddaddy Perp, and then we'll do Sirius Black. That looks awesome, by the way. I really hope it's purple from the get-go. Probably not, but I hope so. I'm looking at the wrong camera. I'm looking up here. I should be looking down here. Jesus, that's probably really weird. And then after the purples, we're gonna go with fruits. I got Pineapple Express. What's the other one? Shit. I have to go look. Give me a second. I have them right in here in my bedroom. Luckily, I have the smallest apartment known to mankind, so grabbing these only takes a fraction of a second. My seed bank. All right, so Pineapple Express. Oh, I have Strawberry Diesel. That looks crazy. And then after that, my buddy who's growing, he actually gave me 2 different strains that he has growing. So we're gonna do a battle of the Ricky Bobbies, because he has Ricky Bobby #1 crossed with Rainbow Banana and Ricky Bobby #1 crossed with GG4. So we're gonna do both of them at the same time and see which one gets crazier. And then after that, you know, like I don't know if you can see all this or not. So these are all my seeds. And yes, if you look, I guess at the right bottom of the screen, yeah, tobacco, what's up? Just kidding. Pretty cool, right? Ricky Bobby, GG4, Jack Harris, Sour Diesel, Cookie Crack. And it's not Premium Seed Co., it's Premium Seed Market. But I am trying to get some tobacco. That would be sweet. But like these things look really cool. And they're just kind of in there. So it is cool to have like a little thing going on, and I want to try to. There's gonna be a Cap J in here real soon, and I'm gonna have to put by whatever his. I think it's like Downriver Seed something. I can't remember. I have a bad memory. Obviously, I smoke a lot of weed, so. But yeah, the dude's really nice, really responsive. Everybody seems to like the guy. Local hero kind of thing. Check him out. Go back in the video to get his info, because I don't think I have it up still. Oh, I do. Kirk D. Bottenhorn. Kirk D. Bottenhorn is his name. Good dude. And I think he has his like website and stuff on his Facebook. And I already told him, it's like, hey man, is it cool if I shout you out? He's like, thumbs up. So, I mean, I know I don't get a lot of traffic on here, but still, I mean, dude definitely deserves a shout out. And if these Cap J's are legit, they should really be something. I'm really excited for them. So we will see what goes on. But yeah, man, Blue Dream. We're at the end of week 3, starting week 4, meaning, you know, technically 4 to 5 more weeks. Which honestly just doesn't seem like that long, but I'm excited to see what this Jack Harris is gonna do. Again, at first I was really disappointed with how it was growing. I was actually kind of mad that I felt like I was wasting my time, because it was just so small and compact, and it wasn't growing like the Blue Dream. But like I said, it looks like it's stacking hard right now. Oh no, I think the air pump went on. The water's going to the top. I can see it happening. Luckily, I don't need my phone camera right now. Oh, I didn't realize that it's playing in the background. Weird. Get my face in there in my ear. Weird, that's cool. Oh shit, yeah, I gotta turn this off. Hold on. Or maybe I'll just keep an eye on it and see how close to the top it gets. It's only on for 15 minutes. But it is on real low. The thing is, there's no check valve on there. So I'm worried that water's brushing back up into this thing, even though it has to go up. I'm keeping my eye on it. It's slowly rising. It's slowly rising. Anyway, so plants are still looking good. They're about to get a super dose of nutrients tomorrow with some bud booster in there. And again, I don't know what to expect. Don't know what to expect. I'm just glad that after I chopped them so hard that they kind of grew back with a vengeance. They weren't like leaning over dead the next day. They were just fine. And so one of the issues using LEDs that I've run into is, you know, first of all, there's like a whole thing you can do with them, and you want to make sure that you slowly introduce some, you know, gradual increase in light. You don't want to just go from 3 to 10. But that's what I did on the other one, and I think that fucked it up because, you know, it went from being a dark green plant to really light green. And that's how you can kind of tell, like, the photosynthesis can't keep up to such a big change so quick. So you gradually have to go up. Something I learned, especially relearned again when I did these. It's in there now. I will not forget this again. But I mean, the water looks like it's holding okay for now. So hopefully something's going on. Ah, shit. Sorry, man. I'm distracted by this because it keeps looking like it's going up, but it's. And Brian just lost his train of thought. Yes. Well, that's what Brian gets. It's getting too high. It's getting too high. I didn't turn it off. Oh, it just turned off. And it went back down. Damn, that's crazy. That's the thing I gotta think about. Shit, man, I wish I could remember what the fuck I was talking about. Oh, well. So, I think I'm gonna call it for now. Probably gonna watch this video and see this thing I was talking about, and then see how I just kind of stopped and didn't talk about it again, or just didn't finish my thought. It's gonna bother the shit out of me, but it's okay because I'll just pick it up next time. There's phones and cameras everywhere. I don't know where to look. It's driving me nuts too. Oh, I think I'm just losing my mind slowly, very slowly in this place. Losing my mind. Oh, 6 minutes till bedtime. I still have to shower. So cool. I have not gotten any sleep this week. That's okay. Anyways. So that's my update. Blue Dream's looking good. Changing the newts tomorrow. Hopefully these things will bloom super hardcore. Nodes are super close, so hoping for big things. I'm gonna make sure I turn this air pump off, because that was just too close. And that didn't happen last time. Alright guys. Appreciate you being around. Appreciate you hanging out when you do. Throw some likes out there, or whatever the fuck you want. I've never said that. I don't think I'm gonna say that again. I honestly don't care. I'm doing this for myself. If you happen to get something from it, whether it's entertainment or knowledge, so be it. I did just do a fat dab. That could explain why I just went stupid. That's alright, that's the point of it. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. And I'll see you next time. It'll be more something. It'll be more something next time. Promise that. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, my peoples. I'll see you later. You know what I'm saying?